Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you.
We look pale this morning.
Well,
I don't think this is my real skin this morning.
Oh, it's your real skin. I can tell it is your real skin.
Well, it's my real
I
skin.
can tell because I can
Don't touch me. I just put makeup on.
What's with the makeup thing? I don't understand. Mind you, I don't like people touching my face, and I don't even wear makeup.
Well, often.
Although today I think maybe I should have. Good morning, Kira Jones.
You think you should have worn makeup today?
I think so. I woke up at 6 o'clock, stayed up for an hour, went back to sleep. No, I woke up at 5.
Yeah. So I was going to say, when I woke up, it's just after 6, you were sleeping again.
Yeah, and the reason that you probably woke up was because you were kind of making noise. And
Don't say that. That's
touching you
so
to stop you from making noise.
That is so not true. I don't snore. Do I look like a snorer to you guys?
Yes. It's not loud snoring. It's just enough to annoy the living daylights out of me.
You are free to go sleep somewhere else.
I think what I should do is maybe we have those Google Homes, and you can say, "Hey Google, play sound, white noise." Google's going to do something now because Google's listening to us always. I don't think
she's listening. Is she even plugged in?
Well, that would be good.
Yeah, she is. She wasn't listening.
So yeah, there you go. Happy Tuesday to you, Donna. It is a happy Tuesday. So yesterday we went to that restaurant, which one of you mentioned, and I can't remember who, and I apologize. I think it was Marie, but she was saying about the restaurant where you have your feet in the water. And yesterday when I said we're going into town, Chris was like, "Oh, you're just taking me to someplace nice." Just like that.
He did.
Just like that. And we went to this restaurant. They take you upstairs. Then
it's in the Los Arcos, above the Los Arcos Hotel. My eyes are watering.
Which the Los Arcos has changed incredibly.
It is so cute in there. So cute.
There's a lot of modifications to the restaurants, etc.
Happy Tuesday, Donna.
Excuse me.
Good morning, Julie.
So we go there and you sit down. They make you take your shoes off and your socks if you're wearing socks, which most people don't, but I do.
Nerds do.
So you put your stuff in a bag, then they take that bag and they put a purse holder. In Mexico, it is bad luck for you to put your purse on the ground. The thought is, in the Mexican culture, that all of your money will go away from you and you will lose whatever fortune or cash you have. So they put these purse holders by all of the tables. Now, some women, they have the purse holder automatically. They buy them for 40 pesos or 20 pesos or whatever. And it has a hook. So you have this metal disc and you fold it, and in there is a hook that you put on the table. So it goes on the table like this, then the hook is down here.
Because your bag will get stolen. That is one reason, for sure.
Yeah, but that isn't the reason that they say it is. So yeah, it is. It's a very strange culture filled with superstition. But mind you, I mean, every culture has
it is an absolutely awesome culture, but they are very steeped in
there's a lot of
superstition.
There's a whole lot of voodoo / Catholicism built into each other, and there's a word for it.
Oh, this is
and it happens everywhere around the world. So it is but it was a lovely place. The sky was really gray yesterday.
It is today too.
It feels like it's going to rain. And I mean, we had one rain already, but it just really feels muggy. And it is getting kind of late in the year.
So Jeff, happy Tuesday. Jolene, good morning. Good morning. Happy Taco Tuesday. Lori Boland says, I haven't been able to watch. Man, I miss watching. Aw, thanks, Lori. I love it I love hearing those kind of comments because we do this every day and we often think and talk about it and like, are we boring people to death? But people keep watching. And I mean, by the end of the day, there's sometimes over 200 people watching.
Close to three.
So, so obviously people are at least getting a little bit out of it, or maybe they're just laughing at us. So that's okay. Whatever it takes, we're here for you. If you want to laugh at us, go right ahead. Just tell us why. Yeah. So we can either keep it going or stop it, depending on if it's really embarrassing for us.
Well, I'm embarrassed.
You should be. Look at that face.
Thank you.
Good morning, Julie. Happy belated Mom's Day.
So yesterday...
That's the nice thing about being in Mexico. I get it twice.
Yeah, you got it Sunday and Monday. In Mexico, I have no idea what the hell I was
And
going to
Jolene
say.
says it makes us feel like she's here with us. That's so nice, you guys.
It is nice.
You are so fun to watch.
Oh,
The
I
marriage
remember.
banter is so good, and the Mexican education is great. Well, that's kind of why we decided to do it.
Because we want to see. We want you guys to watch us fight.
Because we want you to watch us fight to make sure that we don't go too far.
Below the belt.
He's not dead yet, so I obviously haven't gone far enough. I mean, too far. Sorry.
Yeah. We saw friends of ours.
We laugh with you, Jeff said.
We saw friends of ours downtown. They were at a restaurant as we're walking by, and they talked to us. They're fascinating people. They bought a 3-bedroom from us in an oceanfront condo just based on a handshake. I talked to the guy. I met him on the beach.
Well, they met us not even where the location was of the condo that they ended up buying.
And he says, what kind of good deal can you take? And I took him to Punta Arena, which was not even, it was a house with a pool. And the folks who owned the meat store, they were renting the place, and it had a pool. And I said, this is going to be where it is. So if you want to double your money in just a couple of years, this is where you buy your place. And he's like, man, you were so right on that. So, and they've enjoyed the time. They live in Michigan.
Did you put something weird in my coffee?
Are you feeling tired?
It tastes funky.
I didn't put anything in there.
Taste it.
Maybe she could.
It'll only affect if you have more than one sip.
She's like,
have a big drink.
She's like, I give him date rape drugs so he sleeps.
I
don't know.
I did just brush my teeth, so maybe.
Yeah, you might have that minty coffee flavor.
Yeah.
So these guys are from Michigan, although you would not believe they're from Michigan.
Well, they have the twang, though.
Yeah, I know, but their politics.
Their politics
very
are
anti-Michigan.
Definitely not Michiganish.
Because their governor is a horrible, horrible person, Whitmer. Mind you, guys, if you're in Alberta, you got a horrible premier. And I'm concerned. I was chatting with somebody who's on this group right now, and he was saying his concern is that the NDP are going to get back in Alberta. And Alberta is already so far gone that I think Alberta, it would just be like, here's the rope, hang yourself. There you go. But it's only because their current premier is a moron, absolute moron. And it's funny because when we were younger, we were involved in politics, and we knew these people because they were all the same age as us. We were married. They were politicians.
Honey,
what?
Some dry skin under your nose.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Thanks.
I want to get away from politics and crap like that. Let's go back to that restaurant yesterday.
Oh, yeah. We got to talk about that.
Mar y Vino is what it's called. And the rooftop of the Los Arcos Hotel right in front of, good morning, Leslie.
Good morning.
It is right in front of the pier, right? With the new spirally thing. Rest in peace, Alberta.
Yeah, bye, Alberta.
So their lunch menu is very limited. Now it's big, so if you don't want to sit in the water, you don't have to.
No, but it's a beautiful spot.
But it was awesome. And in the middle of the hot afternoon, it was really quite nice. And I think that because Jolene was asking about, because it's her birthday coming up in June and she wants to go for her birthday. And I'm like, would we want to sit in the water and in the evening? But I think come June, July, it'll be hot enough that being in the water, although I feel the water would be quite warm.
Yeah, if you're there in the evening and the sun goes down, the wind goes down, and then the humidity just and the heat.
But the other things that they have are these little, they kind of look like bird cages. They're these big wicker, I don't even know how to describe them. We didn't take pictures.
Ginormous bird cages.
And you can have, they kind of look like a bird cage.
But huge.
And they have table and chairs inside, which was super cute. Those were kind of around the edge at the back. They had this one table, and I just want to strangle my husband for not taking pictures while I went to the little ladies' room. But they had this one table that was perota, and it was one big piece, and it was the hollowed out log. So obviously it was probably a piece of rotten perota that was salvaged. So it had the round part, and it was hollow, And then at the other end of the table, they had a set of iron legs. And I'm like, that is stunning. And you see those pieces and you think, like in the shops and stuff, and you think, what could you do with them? And now I know. And that would be a gorgeous bar.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking for upstairs.
Sure.
That would be really nice. So who knows?
Leslie says, did you get wrinkle toes? Yes.
Yes, but it was awesome.
The problem, too, is that when you go to dry your feet off after they've been in the water for so long, you got dead skin. There's no fish to eat it. And apparently it is based on a Japanese idea, which does have fish in it, but not to eat your toes.
So he says, yeah, we don't have those kind of fish, which he called them koi. I'm not sure. The ones that eat your the dead skin are not koi, but he says, so the Japanese one was just koi. He says, but we have piranhas instead. He was really charming. The staff was super attentive.
Oh my gosh, they're so well trained,
and
guys.
Super sweet and very appreciative. I mean, it could have been fake, but they felt sincere.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I would highly recommend going there. So anyways, back to lunch menu is very limited. Like it's mostly seafood, and then there's a vegan burger and a hamburger. We chose the hamburger. I wasn't really feeling seafood. I'm not a huge seafood fan. I do like it once in a while, but I am definitely more of a Alberta girl and a beef eater. There's a gin like beef eater. So maybe lunch for your birthday. Yeah, I think that would be lovely. But anyways,
well, so we went to Grand Venetian, which is over by the new mall.
The La Isla Mall. Good morning, Leanne. Good morning, Lynn.
And we saw a 3-bedroom. It was ginormous. It really was a great condo, and the price is fantastic. So we put in an offer on it. It's just dumb. We talked about this yesterday, how these interior real estate agents do things very differently than we do. And it's a pain in the butt. So we're trying to sneak an offer in. So last night I sent an email off, and I will be calling him this morning just to let him know.
You really didn't let me finish. I'm really hurt.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I wasn't done about the restaurant.
Okay, go on about the restaurant, honey.
Finish your story. Apparently you're more important.
I am. Thank you.
And delusional.
It's not even Mother's
Way
Day.
more delusional.
Day.
Anyways, yeah, no, it was great. But the dinner menu is huge. We did have a couple of cocktails.
Oh yeah, you can talk about those.
We had
gin-based.
Both gin-based, because that's kind of John's new thing. One was, it had some Asian spices. So if anybody can tell me what Asian spices you think would be in a drink, because it wasn't a savory drink, it was sweet. Trying to convince your sister to move down with you. That's awesome.
That's a great idea. Just leave Canada. Get the hell out.
Yeah.
Every day I will tell you, Canadians, get out of Canada.
To the middle of Christie's sentence, interrupt the beginning of John's. Yes, exactly.
Yes, it did.
But anyway, so it had fig and Asian spices. Ginger would be one for sure. That's true, Eva. Ginger would definitely be an Asian spice, but that's just how they grouped it, right? And I tried looking up the names of the drinks, and obviously that's their names, because it doesn't
Ginger Chinese 5-spice.
But is that salty and savory, or is it sweet? Because it was definitely not a savory drink. It was sweet. Not too sweet, and then it had fig. So it had cut up, dried up fig, which I feel probably was soaked in a little bit of gin, because it was really soft, and cinnamon, probably some cinnamon too. Yeah, that's good. Yesterday I told them about you, and now she realizes I'm serious.
Get out of Canada. Just leave.
Leanne, yes.
And here is the thing with Canada. Canada could change back to normal. I doubt it. I really do, because in the 17 and a half years we've been here, it has gone so far stupid.
I'm not enjoying this coffee.
I don't think it's going to change back. So if you come down and you decide to move back, you can, but you don't have to. That's the beauty. My kids tell me all the time, which I've said, as soon as I'm there, they figure within 3 weeks you'll be in jail. And based on who they're arresting, I believe it's now true, because I say what kind of comes in here. There's no real filters.
No,
I mean, she tries to filter me, but I can't.
I need a taser. Or I was thinking
Oops.
of getting him like a shock collar.
Shock collar. She told her about them,
Cinnamon
not them.
and
Because I thought
fennel.
maybe your sister has multiple personalities. And
Coriander,
you told
though,
them.
is coriander Asian?
We
I
have
thought it was
coriander.
more Indian.
We have coriander.
That's cilantro.
Yeah, it is. It's cilantro seed. The seed of
Anyways,
cilantro.
and then the other drink had
It almost tastes
avocado in it. And it was avocado and the chili ancho liqueur.
That was yours.
That was mine. Yeah, that was the other one I said.
Yeah.
And it was good. Wouldn't doubt it. Yeah.
She could have multiple personalities. She's talking about her sister because I said she may have multiple personalities. Because she says I told them.
Yeah, fennel is licoricey and sweet. So fennel, I think, could be definitely another one in it too. I should ask my chef daughter. She might actually know because she runs a restaurant.
Well, I like the name the Chinese 5-spice because if that's a thing, maybe it's that.
It depends on if it's a savory or a sweet, though, because there definitely wasn't anything savory in there.
I bet you there's a Chinese 5-spice savory and a Chinese 5-spice sweet.
How many Chinese spices do you think there are?
2 5 spices, which is like a Chinese 10 spice.
That would be 10. A Chinese 10 spice.
When you add them both together.
But anyways, no. And so they had a lot. A few of them were, I have sent a picture of what is in Chinese 5-spice. Oh, how did you send it, Lori?
Yeah, and here's the problem, Donna, is that when there are bad laws and they're enforced, that's a bad thing. When there are okay laws that aren't enforced, that's horrible. Like the fact that they're not enforcing anything, it is terrible because the people who follow the rules will follow the rules. God bless them. But the people that are just willy-nilly now, you can't do what you're doing anymore. You can't be a free society and have government continue to tell you what to do. It's just wrong.
All you have to do is add sugar to the 5-spice to make it sugary.
That's good. I like that. It's very true. And you can pick your sugar.
Lori, I don't know where you sent the picture.
Here's what I've got.
Oh, I think I just got it. There we go. Okay. Oh, she has a bottle of the Chinese 5-spice. So it is a savory, fennel, coriander, star anise, cassia. They mentioned something about cassia or something.
I don't know.
Mandarin peel. Oh my gosh. Yeah, absolutely. So they're saying that's savory. It doesn't say it has salt in it, but that makes sense, people. Thank you. That's good. Awesome.
So this is chipotle, and chipotle is just jalapenos that have been dried by fire, and then they modify the smell and the flavor. You smell it. All you smell is smoke, and it is very lovely. I mean, those seeds, I don't think those seeds are going to grow because these have been dried by fire. So chipotle is an amazing flavor.
So we can't grow any chipotles?
Oh, we can grow jalapenos and convert it into chipotle. So yeah, I got this because I want to put some of this on some chicken or some meat. And you blend it up. You make it fine. And I've only ever done it, I think, once in 17 and a half years. But I really enjoyed the flavor. So I don't know why I haven't since then. But whenever I go by the spice aisle and they have big piles of chilies, and you can just smell the chipotle, it smells like you're walking by this big campfire. It's beautiful. They also have
a Mexican campfire.
They also have a sugar called piloncillo. And piloncillo is just the raw sugar. They've boiled it down. They've even got ash in the sugar. So when you eat it, you're eating all of the nutrition that is in the sugar cane.
Nutrients, yeah.
Any nutrients. So yeah, it is. I love the food here. I do. Mm-hmm. And piloncillo, it's got the molasses of the sugar in there still.
Sugar cane, yeah.
Sugar cane. It's just raw sugar cane that's been boiled.
It's almost like a caramelized sugar is what piloncillo is.
It's like you're eating a candy.
Some of it, okay, so do you guys remember Halloween Kisses?
Yes. Yes.
Some of the piloncillo tastes like that, and some doesn't. So there's two different
But
kinds.
those are molasses candies. So those
Yeah.
ones will have the molasses in
Yeah.
there. So Love Chipotle have a ton of powdered and use it on fish. I love that.
I bought Chipotle. You know how you can buy the dried chili seeds like that you put on your food? I have Chipotle like that. It's really good.
Now, it's interesting you say you use it on fish. We live at the ocean. We hardly have fish. We really should eat more fish. And fish is good for you. I know you don't like seafood, but it's not really. She has tuna. She loves tuna. And
Well,
she loves whitefish.
Yeah.
So you've got whitefish that
I really like mahi mahi. So I would. And
well, mahi mahi wahoo is a nice whitefish.
Wahoo!
Snapper is a nice whitefish. Triggerfish, it's like God took butter and meat and put them in the fish. When you eat triggerfish, it tastes like butter's been added already.
Yeah.
It is magical. So yeah, that would be good with the chipotle on that triggerfish. Triggerfish is a fascinating fish. So it kind of goes like a diamond. They call it like a bootfish or something like that. But at the bottom and the top, it's got these hooks that as soon as you catch it, it goes into the reef, and then the hooks go like this, and it wedges in the rocks, and you can't pull it out. It's very, very
Leslie
difficult.
loves seafood and beef. And Eva, we get lots of vitamin D just by going outside. We have lots, except for today. It's
Today
not
and
really
yesterday.
sunny.
It wasn't sunny yesterday.
No.
So,
which is probably good because sitting out there, we were in the
oh
sun.
yeah, we were. You guys, you really want to be there kind of at the beginning, because by the time we left,
It was Mother's Day though yesterday. So I think
it was packed.
Yeah, it got really, really busy. Just as we were wrapping up and leaving, table after table after table. There was lineups, groups at the front. So
yeah, we got there was nobody. It was like, you got
it was
you
what
sit?
time? 1:30, 1:40, because we had that call at noon.
Yeah, it was.
I did go a little bit live for a few minutes.
Oh, and that was an interesting call too. So there's a guy who called me up. His father passed away, and I said, I'm sorry for that. Turns out we know the dad.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say we know him well, but we know him. And we know his laugh, we know his style, and it's very sad he's gone. He kind of reminded me of my dad, kind of a free spirit. So that was kind of sad.
Big burly guy.
So yeah, that was sad. So we're going to, I think, try and be involved in that transaction, only because the development that it's in, it's run by a shyster, an absolute shyster. We caught him years ago, renting out properties of the people whose properties he managed, and he wasn't paying them. He was not paying them. And that is how my daughters, when they started Condo Checkers, that's how it started, was this guy, because we figured if this guy, who is supposedly this pillar of society, is going to be renting out properties and not paying the owners, it's theft is what that is. And unfortunately, you need to separate your property manager and your rental manager, because if you don't and one's not checking on the other, you're not sure what's going to happen to your property. And that is when the problems happen. She's reading something.
Yeah, it is just something I have to do.
It's something she has to do. What else? So this is going to be my next dose of ivermectin. I am taking it prophylactically, or as Christie says, like a condom, because it's just a good idea. And it's very, very inexpensive here in Mexico.
Except for when you buy it, because you bought it at the wrong place and paid double.
Don't go to Chedraui and get ivermectin, because it's twice the price. Ivermectin you can get anywhere here.
It's sold at most of the stores.
Inexpensive places and take it there. So yeah, it is. What a weird time to be alive. And now
we are, and that's the best part.
Yeah, they're now telling you Fauci's like masks forever. First of all, Fauci was involved in the creation or the distribution of this virus. He's been sending U.S. dollars to China for 5 years to research coronavirus. Very strange that this coronavirus was released in that town in China that has this lockdown, the research facility. So now all of a sudden the guy's like, oh, you got to wear a mask forever. They want to make it feel inhuman. So you wear masks. Nobody hugs. That's another thing they're saying. Nobody hugs. Oh my gosh, they really want this dystopian version of humanity created, and it's horrible what they're doing. Fauci is a crook, absolutely. Ivermectin was what again? Ivermectin is the pill that the scientists and the doctors who created the FLCCC, the Frontline COVID Care Coalition, they started doing research. They were researching all around the world, different products, different things, and they found out that with ivermectin, 83% of the deaths that have happened would not have happened with ivermectin. Period. 83%. What a freaking shame, because the needles that they give are causing disease, are causing like 60% or 50% of all new COVID cases. These people have been injected with the vaccine. That's insane. You're not supposed to get the disease from the vaccine. You're supposed to stop getting the disease with the vaccine, but not in our world. So I guess they need more COVID cases. So yeah, ivermectin, take it. Learn about
it in Canada.
Yeah, your doctors. Oh man, talk to some.
And even if a doctor will prescribe it, apparently the pharmacies won't fill it.
Yeah. So you've got, guys, it's nuts what's going on around the world. So in Mexico, they use ivermectin to treat COVID. In the US, people don't even know what it is, because this is, it's an anti-parasite. You can get horse medicine. You can get it from the vets. And it's a paste, and you just take that paste a couple times. You have to look at what the dosages are. I'm not a doctor, but I know that 0.2 milligrams per kilo is kind of a standard dose. So for me, it's 3 of these or 3.5, and that works. Yeah, well, you can figure out the math. But yeah, so just look up ivermectin, guys. Get it. You want it because if you get this disease, you can just take this stuff.
This virus. It's not a disease. It's a virus.
Yeah. Stupid leadership in this country, John. You and I could sit and discuss this for ages. Everyone here thinks I'm crazy. Yeah, it's because
everyone here thinks John's crazy too, including his wife.
There's so many followers, guys. It's just like, we're good Canadians. We're nice. We just follow the rules. We stay in the line, cross those T's, dot those I's.
I had a friend who could have sworn John was gay when she first met him.
Yeah, well, that's true. Who's that?
I'm not telling you.
You got to tell me. Yeah. Well, when we moved to Mexico, Christie's first girlfriend was a guy. That was odd for me. I'd come home, there'd be a guy, and he'd be sitting there and having a drink. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here?
Nothing, honey.
Yeah. Actually, I like gay men. I mean, I've worked for I had a gay direct manager and a lesbian warehouse manager.
Conspiracy theory is a derogatory term for people who think.
Yes, that was actually created by the CIA, because then it isolates. And in our mind, we're like, oh, they're crazy. Next. Yeah. And unfortunately, we have so much critical thinkers that, they're not anymore. It's not taught. And this is what I said to my kids. The moment you stop thinking, that's when I'm going to smack you upside the head.
So they've all had that at one point or another in their lives, a smack in the head.
No. Actually, Shay is the only one. And I told Shay, she's known. She's the only one that could ever correct me.
And she has.
And it's funny. I mean, I kind of laugh because she did everything. She was the good Canadian. She stayed in her line, stayed in her lane. She did everything that she was asked to do, and then some. So yeah, when she ever said anything to me, I listened. And
doesn't listen to me.
No, but you don't.
I don't stay in the lines. That would be boring.
That's true.
So
yeah, today is an air conditioning day. I can tell already.
Yeah, it's warm. It's warm already this morning.
So I think we are done for today. We've got a few things.
Spencer, not me. I'm always thinking. Love you, Spencer.
Actually, yeah, Spencer's grown up into a real awesome dude. Absolutely. Donna says, any new listings we can look at? More tours. We've got a penthouse that we're talking with somebody about, which is probably my favorite penthouse in the entire town.
Yeah, she actually emailed wants some more information. So
It's not
last night.
it's not oceanfront, but it's close to the water, and it's a 360-degree view
Oh, that
of the
one.
bay. And that one is a really fascinating property. And I mean, Christie and I, when the place was under construction, we would go in at nighttime with the flashlight going up the stairs.
Sneaky and sketchy.
It was very sneaky and sketchy. It was very fun to walk in that place. 'Cause that is probably one of my favorite condos in the entire town. And we sold it very fast.
Any new listings we can go look at? Not quite yet. We have a few coming.
Yeah, guys, it happens so fast here. You need your money ready now if you're going to do anything because it goes so fast. Yesterday we saw a house that was listed at $119. The offer went in at $120 and $1. And there's already 3 backup offers on this property. And this property has only been on the market for 5 days or 6 days.
Yeah.
It's just that is how this market is right now. It's just like what's going on up there.
The penthouse is perfect. We will probably be listing that by the fall for sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully sooner.
Hopefully sooner because we have somebody to buy it now. So it is it's a great property. And the 360-degree views, and there's even a small pool up there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, it's a great place. And the property also has
and
a common
beautifully
pool.
Decorated. And,
oh, yeah. It's stunning
They
property.
did. The owners did some beautiful stuff to it. So.
Yeah, and it's not often that on the rooftop you have a 360 because generally that's where they put all of the AC units and stuff like that for the development. And so you'll have it where you've got 180, so you can go forward, but in the back, behind a wall, they'll have all of the mechanical stuff back there. But this one, it's very lovely.
And I'm wondering, Spencer, what are you thinking about? I got to talk to Spencer on the weekend. He called me for Mother's Day.
He's a good boy.
He is a good boy. I got to see 2 of my kids and talk to 2 of my kids. It was wonderful.
I'm going to wrap my...
They should be in a airtight bag.
Yep, it is even better with a pool of its own. Mm-hmm. And it's on the 7th floor, although they say it's the 6th. So if there's any like earthquakes or whatever, you're going to have a little bit of spillage. But this place has got so much rebar and so much concrete.
Very well built, yeah.
It is absolutely. We watched this being built in front of our office when we had the office over in this area. And it was stunning to watch. We sold on the 2nd floor there. This developer was very, very interesting.
It's wonderful when our kids become such awesome adults. You're right, Dolores. It is awesome to know that we have awesome adult kids.
I just want to talk about this developer because I thought it was very smart what he did. So the guy had built oceanfront properties on the South Shore, multi-million-dollar properties. And then when the world crash happened back 12 years ago, whatever, he had this lot in Bucerias on the street. And he's like, well, I'm going to keep my guys working. And we're not going to invest any more money than we have to. So what he would do is he built the structure, dug right down into the ground really far, built the rebar, built the concrete, and he would build the shell of a condo. And then when it was sold, then he would finish it. It was just a very interesting way to do it. So, he'd sold the 3rd floor first. So he'd finish the 3rd floor, then the 1st. And then, it was just interesting to watch how they did that. Because generally when they build the condos, they've got how it works. They build each one and then finish each one. This one, they only built when they finished. So it took probably a year to sell all 6 just because of the timing of the world. But it was fascinating to watch.
Mm-hmm. So on that note, people, it is 10:34. We're going to say goodbye. Thanks
Adios.
for chiming in today. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.
See